What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Let's start this video with Andrea Presti and Joan Pradells, a veteran IFBB pro and a young IFBB pro training together. So Presti just hit the peak point of his bulk, and so did Joan a few weeks ago. And this is the reason why I always say Andrea Presti's upper body is absolutely phenomenal. He is so wide and so big on shoulders that he can make many pros look narrow and small standing next to him. But the problem is that Presti's legs are way behind his upper half. Despite making some major improvements in the last 2 years or so, the discrepancy is there, and maybe that is the reason judges did not consider him for even a top 5 spot at his last show, which was Romania Pro. Now Presti is good enough to qualify for the Olympia every year. In fact, he loves to compete. He has won the Portugal Pro for 3 times in a row. But again, the problem is his physique at the Olympia level. That hasn't been worthy of placing top 10. He was 12th last year in a relatively weak lineup, especially if we compare that lineup to 2022. So a majority of his offseason is focused just around one goal, putting more volume on his legs. So let's see what package he brings to the stage in 2024. Now let's talk about Joan Pradells, who is looking absolutely massive right now, that too at the starting point of his prep. So this is gonna be the first real offseason after turning pro. So we will be able to gauge his real potential whenever he steps on stage in 2024. Competing at the Emperor Classic Spain last year against the likes of Michael Cristo, Andrea Presti, and Roman Fritz, of course, that was kind of a humbling experience. He was able to witness a different level of mass and conditioning and understood that there are levels to this sport. So he seriously needs to bring up his back. That was the most lagging part last year, which at this point seems to look quite big. But whether the density is there or not, we will find out when he cuts down and gets ripped. So it is gonna be an exciting contest season for him this year. For a guy who hasn't competed for more than a decade now, and doesn't plan to step on stage ever, Seth Feroce looks incredible. That is an insane condition to be in. So Seth was known for his incredible legs development. So his career did not really take off, because he had to come down to a weight limit. The way he's holding on to this kind of muscle mass after so many years, that is so damn impressive. He's about to turn 40, I believe, and there have been rumors in the last few years that Seth might return to the stage. But I don't think he's gonna be competitive at that level now, and he himself admitted that. So this guy retired too early during his career. He was one of the most vocal guys back in the day, when there was little to no information out there regarding the use of steroids and gear, and of course their impact on the long-term health. And this was one of the reasons why he stepped away from competitive bodybuilding. So hats off to looking so good, even at this stage of his career. Roman Fritz is a freak of nature. He did 10 shows last year, and there wasn't even a single show where anyone had a single complaint about him in terms of conditioning. The insane amount of carbs that he had to eat during the carbs loading was just unreal. So Roman is also one of those guys who is bottom heavy. He has one of the best quads in the lineup. He stood next to the reigning Mr. Olympia Derek Linsford at this past Mr. Olympia, of course, and his legs looked so good and so amazing. And the great aspect of that is Roman had double hip replacement surgery. He's going through a time where he's giving his body the much needed rest. So will he be able to qualify for the Olympia this year? Well, that is yet to be seen. He did compete at Japan Pro, which was the last show of 2023. I guess the results of that show, that must have been the most disappointing result for him throughout 2023. He placed 4th in a relatively weaker lineup, and he was hoping to win that show and get his Olympia qualification early during the year. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.